Hey everybody, it's just another gamer. We are here with some Satisfactory, and we are going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to make your Satisfactory playthrough a little more satisfactory. That didn't make sense, but it was funny. Oh no, I'm being pursued. But yeah, so these are probably going to be some beginner tips, some stuff that helped me, and I hope will help you. So let's get into it. Okay, for our first tip, it is basically organization or maybe, I guess, maybe base planning. I don't know. Really, whatever you want to call it. So you need to have a good understanding of where you're going to want to put down your central hub, because this hub you'll be coming to quite a lot for missions and to complete tasks and really to do everything. So try and find a place where you not only have enough room, like this is a really great place, really great example, where you have a lot of room, but you also have a lot of room to like expand further, because there's going to be tons and tons of stuff you have to build and tons of like conveyor belts and all that. So finding somewhere where you can put your stuff in one centralized area where you know where everything is, where you could have like a stack of like storage bins, is really crucial to having a well-organized base and well-oiled machine. Kind of funny, I could use this both there. But yeah, so making sure you have a place where you know you're going to be able to build off from, not building in the middle, nowhere, and just hoping that it all works out. So as you can see, I just chose here. And I think this is a pretty good place because we got a lot of different rocks to mine over there. And yeah, okay, that's the first step. On our next one. Our next tip is fairly common sense, but it's always good to remember to have the stuff to have the materials to make a crafting bench. Crafting benches only take 3 plates and what, three bars. So just having that, able to craft one of these anywhere you are. Not that you wouldn't have them, but it's always smart to have them. Make sure to double check before you go on long adventure, especially when the resources you may need are halfway across the map. Because you get there, then you don't have what you need, and you're kind of boned. You have to run all the way back. So yeah, definitely try and keep a heads up on your inventory and what you have, and make sure you have the stuff to make an emergency workbench, because it's better to have than not. Okay, on to our next tip. Okay, our next tip is going to involve fuel. Early game, you will use biofuel that is basically harvested via trees and bushes, and the normal way to do it is to put it here inside this thing and go down here and click on this and tap it one time to get that, or you do the bales, you do it a little bit quick, or well, the bales are actually way better. There's something you get a little bit later on, not too far, but instead of doing that, it's always better to sorry, something just lost power. So it's always better to put them in into a like an assembly line. So for instance, we got all the raw resources, like just straight bushes right here. And I have the refined wood right here, because for some reason the refined wood, unless it's like goes in sync, I don't think it'll be turned into what this is turned into. So I have the secondary processing version of the wood, which turned the wood into like wood chips or whatever. I have that on one conveyor belt splitting into my after this thing, because this right here setting turns it all into bales, and bales burn a lot longer. So it's always, if you have the ability, it's always better to use bales. So refining them down from wood, from pieces of wood into wood chips into bales, or leaves into refined leaf piles, I don't know what they're called, and then into bales is always much more efficient. It really helps to put it, because then you don't have to spend the time clicking. I know it's kind of obvious, it is a factory simulator kind of, so it is kind of like makes a lot more sense to put it in a factory line, but sometimes I've seen people forget. I know I've forgotten. I've gone from all the way almost to mid-game still hand refining bushes. So always good to try and make sure you get on top of that as fast as you can. It really saves a lot of time, and will save you a lot of time and a lot of stress. So yeah, okay, on to our next tip. Another awesome tip is you really can't get stuck in this game. Like if you fall down somewhere, you can almost definitely build your way up. As an example, I was building this factory, and I fell off the edge, landed on that rock down there, and just conveyored my way back up. Like it's really awesome. So, and also being able to put like these I guess floors basically suspended in air makes it so you can really build anywhere. Like the ends of the map are not really a huge limit, due to the fact that you can literally just build anywhere. So those are kind of a twofer, but both of them are kind of simple. Like understanding that you can't really get stuck in this game, or falling isn't always a death sentence. Like I said, I try to write it down, but my luck I would fall. But yeah, I really just conveyored my way back up. It was awesome. So just a little easy quick tip for you. Okay, on to our next one. So another thing that's important in this game is having really all your main materials in one general area. As you can see, I have nothing in that one. So I have cement, concrete in that. I have barrels of fuel. I have really everything in its own little house. This right here is so this right here was the original line. I can actually get up here. Oh my goodness. This was the original line from a ways away where I was getting all my ore from my other stuff. This line will be starting to clear up, as you can see, into wiring over there. It's hard to see. I can't really zoom in. And now I have essentially everything that's coming from farther away coming into its own little basket. So I will be able to have it all in there. It is taking a little while, and there is a bit of a mixture in here still, as you can see, of wires and other wires, I guess. But as we get up here, it becomes just wires. And yes, another thing that goes with this is having all your stuff centralized is having like direct paths. Like there's really no reason. I should honestly cut this off right here. I was just goofing around, being a little, goofball. Like if I just, I'll do it right here. Hate to do it because it's a lot of fun, but if I just, bam, that saves so much time. Like there's kind of no reason. Well, actually, this is because I'm weird. I will add this conveyor right here too, so all this stuff doesn't go to waste. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was gonna die. Okay, we didn't die. Wow, this is turned into a little bit of a weird segment. Okay, so yeah, basically, essentially, try to make sure all your materials that are coming from farther away have like a direct path, so it doesn't make stuff super problematic like we have here. This is really just my own silliness. Like to have a little bit of fun. Makes everything a little bit more, just like look at this. It's just a little fun little path. Even though it's kind of pointless, stupid, it was fun. But yeah, having a direct path is always super, super, super important, especially when you're talking about getting materials places quicker. As you can see, all my stuff farther over here now all has its own direct line. Not as goofy as crazy, but fairly direct, as direct as they possibly could be for being this far away. But yeah, that's a good one. Okay, on to our next tip. Another awesome tip is foundations and how handy they can be in making factories and stuff. So I know my first few playthroughs, I really didn't use them that much, but they are very helpful. Relatively cheap to build and can save you so much time when you're constructing stuff. And if you're not at the stage where you can blow up these rocks yet, get rid of them, you can literally just build over them and have a functioning like factory without having to worry about annoying interruptions from rocks. And also, as I've said before, you can literally just build off the edge and create an awesome little thing. Like as we see right here in a second, I'm going to try to fit a space elevator on this. I'm not sure if I can, but we're going to try. That was in the wrong area there. Okay, we have completed our giant space elevator, and it is going to fit nearly perfect on the pad. So as I said, foundations are freaking awesome. Use them. It's really cool to see the parts just fly out of me. Yeah, they're just flying directly out of me. This is really cool. And just into the space elevator. This is baller. This is so cool. Just give this a minute. I gotta check the... Oh no. That's really cool. I'm out of supplies. But yeah, that's freaking awesome. Use tons and tons of platforms. Another really, really awesome tip that I just recently learned from just messing around. So if you hold Alt and use your little scroll wheel, you can scroll through different let me see them. There are little Q bars down there, little hot bars. So you get up to 10 different like setups ready to be. So you will hardly ever have to open your build menu if you get like what all you need. Is that one for emotes? It looks like it is. That's crazy. So probably 9. You probably can't put anything on the emotes one, but that's really, really cool. Like you could make building so much easier. And then there's also another really, really cool one. So if you go over to like any equipment, like let's just use the storage bin, middle mouse button makes an exact copy of what you clicked on. So when you're building like big, like complicated factories, let's say you're just building smelters, like you could just bam copy it and have a whole new one. And it also copies the level, so like it's just, you can do it with any type of big equipment. You can't do it with conveyor belts apparently, but that's okay. Yeah, like right here, middle mouse button, bam. That is so cool. Actually, you literally can do it with the conveyor belts. I was hitting the wrong button. That's freaking awesome. And it copies the exact level of the belt, too. That is so cool. So awesome. Okay, just want to throw those 2 awesome tips in there. So another thing that I didn't even realize was a tip, but I was doing it, and I was like, you know what? Might as well throw it in. So in order, when you're upgrading, like, well, literally just, let's just say, conveyor belts, and you have a level 2 one, like I do here, and these are all level 1s, you just hover over them with the one equipped to level 2. See how and when it turns yellow, click, bing, bada boom, completely upgraded. I did not realize how much time it saved. I literally did not think of it until just right now when I was running around doing it. I'm like, this right here is going to be an awesome tip. I can't imagine everyone knows this thing. Like, and it just replaces the entire line. You just save so much time. It is so cool. Did not think about it. This helped me a lot. I bet it's going to help you even more. Okay, on to our next tip. So another really awesome tip, which is something I also did not know that you could do, and I know I could do it, but I didn't realize that I hadn't. It is, not everyone might know how to do this. So if you have your deconstructing tool out and you hit control, anything you hover over will be deconstructed, and just bing bada boom. Watch out though, when I say anything, I mean anything. So if you actually pan over to half your factory, it will delete that. I learned it the hard way. So yeah, another awesome tip that is really, really useful, especially when you're deleting like an entire factory that needs to be rebuilt. Phenomenal tool. There is kind of a range on it. I think if you walk a little too far away, maybe it'll have issues, but I haven't experienced that. I've seen something on Reddit about that because I just wanted to get more, information about it. But yeah, absolutely because I haven't used it for gigantic factories, and I love this game, but I haven't gotten super far into it as of lately, but I'm working there. We're getting there. Definitely be more tips in the future, but yeah, absolutely awesome tool. This game has so many cool button hacks that are honestly like you don't see a lot of games with this many cool little hidden things. Okay, that concludes our tips and tricks for Satisfactory. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you, maybe had a comment about something I showed or something I didn't show, throw in the comments. If you have a video idea for something you may want to see in the future, throw that in there. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. You made my day. Every, one person that watches and gets something out of it, I'm really appreciative, and I'm really happy I could help you. Thank you so much for watching. Try to have an amazing day, and I hope you find these tips useful. Have a good one.